Good morning, students. In the last video, we learned how we are going to convert the given decimal numbers into the fraction forms like in the rational number, or if we have in the p upon q form, how we are going to convert that into the decimal form. Now, let us start practice set number 2.2. See, here we have the question, so that 4 root 2 is an irrational number. Means we are going to prove that the given this 4 root 2 is an irrational number. Let's start. The first step we are going to do assumption of this opposite of that irrational number. So let 4 root 2 is a rational number. We assume that this is a rational number. If 4 root 2 is a rational number, therefore is equal to p upon q, where q is not is equal to 0 and p and q are integers. Means these are the integers and q is not is equal to 0. So therefore 4 root 2 is equal to p upon q. Therefore root 2 is equal to p upon 4 into q. It will become root 2 is equal to p upon 4q. So as because p upon 4q is a rational number, is a rational number. As because, here we have to give the reason, as because integers are always rational. So as because these are the integers, this 4 comes this side and multiplied with the q, then also it could be the integers only. So this is the rational number. If left hand side is a rational number, so right hand side also the rational number. Therefore root 2 is also rational number. How we can say that? As because left hand side is equal to right hand side, so therefore root 2 also rational number. But root 2 is an irrational number. But root 2 is an irrational number. Therefore our assumption is wrong. Therefore our assumption of this 4 root 2 is an rational number is wrong. If our assumption is wrong, that means therefore 4 root 2 is an irrational number. Yes, if our assumption is wrong, so we can say we got our proof that 4 root 2 is an irrational number. Got it? Once again, first we assume that opposite of that irrational, that is rational number. If 4 root 2 is a rational number, it is equal to p upon q, where q is not is equal to 0 and p and q are integers. Therefore we have to take 4 to the other side, it will become multiplied with the q. So root 2 is equal to p upon 4q, as because p upon 4q is a rational number, as because integers are always rational. So therefore root 2 also a rational number, left hand side is equal to right hand side. There, as because root 2 is an irrational number, we know very well. So therefore our assumption is wrong. Therefore 4 root 2 is an irrational number. Got it? Now turn to the second sum. Prove that 3 plus root 5 is an irrational number. The same sum. The first step is same. Let 3 plus root 5 is a rational number. We assume that if it is a rational number, therefore 3 plus root 5 is equal to p upon q, where q is not is equal to 0 and p and q are integers. Yes, p and q are integers. Therefore, take this 3 to the other side. Root 5 is equal to p upon q minus 3. That will become 3 upon 1. So, root 5 is equal to p minus 3q, p minus 3q upon q. This way we can write. How we got? Here we had the denominator 1. We need the q, as because whenever we are having the fraction and addition or subtraction within that fraction, we have to first equalize the denominator. To convert this, that 1 into the q, we have to multiply with the q. If you multiply denominator with the q, so numerator also the same time multiply by q. So we got 3q and here q. We took the common q, p minus 3q. So we got this way. So as because p minus 3q upon q is a rational number. As because we have the reason p and q are integers and integers are always rational, so therefore root 5 also a rational number. What is the reason between that? As because left hand side is equal to right hand side. Left hand side is rational, so right hand side also rational. After that, if we said this is a rational number, but we know root 5 is an irrational number. Root 5 is an irrational number. Therefore, what we assumed over here, 3 plus root 5 is a rational number, is wrong. Therefore, our assumption is wrong. If our assumption is wrong, that means 3 plus root 5 is an irrational number. We proved that 3 plus root 5 is an irrational number. Next sum is represent the number root 5 on a number line. Whenever we are talking the number line, the things comes in our mind. There is a line, in the mid we have the point 0, and at the one side we have the negative integers and one side positive. So let's start. We have a number line. This way, first we have to draw a number line. On this number line, here we are suppose 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this side -1, -2. In this way we are seeing the number line. How we can represent this root 5? That is not we are able to see on this number line. Here we have just 0, negative integers and positive integers. So there is a way to show this root 5 on this number line. So how it could be? It start by take this 0 is a O and this 1 we have to take like P. We are taking P. Yes. So first of that, if it is 0 to P. So is it right? How we can come to know how much point we have to take? That is depend what we need to show. That is root 5. What is the square root of 5? We don't know. is any number nearer to 5? Or let's take 4. What is the square root of 4? 2. That means the point root 5 will come after 2. So is it okay to take P over here? No. We have to take P over here. So we got OP, the distance of this OP, and now we have to draw perpendicular on P. Perpendicular on P, you have to take product of, and directly over here we have to draw a perpendicular line on the P this way. Perpendicular means this is 90 degree. Yes, I drawn. Now from here, what is the distance of 0 to 1 centimeter? We have to take on this by using our product. Take the same what you took, as because if you are going to take 1 centimeter, then also okay. If you want to represent in a bigger size, so you can take 2 centimeter, but right over there 1, and for each and every distance, that time you have to take 2 centimeter. Take the same distance and put on the P and make a cut. So this way we will get cut over here. Yes. Now match this with O. Put it the name Q. This way we got a right angle triangle OPQ. Yes, we are getting. Yes. Now in triangle OPQ, angle OPQ is equal to 90 degree. Therefore, by Pythagoras theorem, what? By Pythagoras theorem, this is the hypotenuse, first side and second side. So OQ square is equal to OP square plus PQ square. You got it? Now OP we have 2, square of 2, plus OQ we have 1 centimeter here. So square of 1. It is square of 2, 4 plus 1. Yes, and here we have OQ square, OQ square. Now OQ square is equal to 4 plus 1, 5. We have to take square root both the side. So OQ is equal to root 5. Reason, square root taken. If we took the square root of this 5, this will come under root, and OQ is equal to root 5. If you are able to see here, we need to show root 5 on this number line, and here we got the value of OQ is root 5. Now, how we are going to miss this distance? This distance OQ is root 5. We find it. For that, what we have to do, we have to take a product rounder and keep on the O this way and take a distance of Q, and this way make a cut, and once you cut it, that number line over here where we cut, where the cut marks come, that is nothing else, that is root 5. That is the point root 5. Yes, that is between the 2 and 3. Give the name, I should give Q. Sorry, Q is repeated, so R. So O to R is the distance of root 5. So this way we can represent the root 5 on the number line. Once again, first we have to draw a number line. On that, always we need to find out the positive numbers, as because here we have the positive root 5. So take from 0 to 2. How we are going to decide first point where we have to take? That is depend on what we have to show. Like suppose for an example, if you want to show root 10 on the number line, so which square root is nearer to the 10? 9. 9. What is the square root of 9? 9 is nearer to the 10. So square root of 9 is 3. Means that 10 is bigger than 9. The point will come after 3. So we have to take here. If you want to show root 10, we have to take here after the 3 it will come. So O and Q, P will come at the point 3. this way we have to take. Now on that point we have to draw a perpendicular line, and on that perpendicular line always take 1 centimeter. This could be constant for everyone. This 1 centimeter is constant every time. That we have to join that Q with a O, we got a right angle triangle. As because here we draw the perpendicular, that means that is a right angle. So by Pythagoras theorem we find it the value of OQ, that is we got √5. That is nothing else what we want to show. Again we have took the rounder, put it on the O and taken the distance of OQ and makes the cut. Wherever we are getting that cut on the number line, that is nothing else the point where √5 should be come. So here we got √5, we named it by R. So this way we can represent any of the root number on the number line. Now the next sum number 4 is write any 3 rational numbers between the two numbers given below. Means here we have the two numbers and we have to find out any 3 numbers between these two numbers. In this sum the answer should be different by us, whatever we are finding. Means the student wise the answer will become different also. As because if I said I have the 5 and 10, these two numbers, find out the input between these numbers. So I can say 6, 7, I can say 8, 9, I can say 6, 9. This way any two number you can find it out. So in this sum also we have to get different answers. But now how we are going to find that? Let's start. Here we have the 0.3 and minus 0.5. So first 0.3 plus minus 0.5, that could be multiplied by 1/2. Yes. So what we are getting? 1/2 multiplied by 0.3 minus 0.5. Yes. Now 1/2 into 1 is plus, 1 is minus. We are getting the minus. So 5 minus 3, 2. 0 minus 0.2, 0.5 minus 0.3. Subtract it. 5 minus 3, 2.0. Negative numbers are bigger than the positive number, so it could be minus 0.2. This way we have to write. Do the cancellation. 2 1s are 2, 2 0s are 0, 2 1s are 2, and minus should be there. Therefore 0.1 in a negative number. This way we can finding the first number between these two, minus 0.1. Now the same way, now we have to again 1/2 multiply with these numbers. First we have the 0.3 plus we got minus 0.1. This way what we got the answer, we have to add with the first number. So 1/2 into again 0.3 minus 0.1. This way. So 1/2 into 0.3 minus 0.1, 0.2. This time positive, as because here we have the positive number bigger than the negative number. So 2 1s are 2, 2 0s are 0, 2 1s are 2 is equal to 0.1. So this way we got another number 0.1. Now the second time we have to take 1/2 into the first answer. What we got? Minus 0.1 plus the second number minus 0.5. So 1/2 multiplied with 0.1 minus and plus into minus become minus 0.5. This way. In the next line we are getting 1/2 into, both are minus, add it, 0.6 and sign should be minus. Do the cancellation. 2 1s are 2, 2 0s are 0, 2 3s are 6, minus should be there. So minus 0.3. This is the third number. This way we are finding minus 0.1, 0.1, minus 0.3. These three numbers comes between these two. You can find any other answer also, that will also write. As I said in the earlier, we get different answers. Now how you are going to write the answers? Minus 0.1, 0.1 and minus 0.3 are three numbers between what we have 0.3 and minus 0.5. This way we can find and write the answer. Once again, both numbers we are adding and multiplying with the 1/2. We got the first number. Second time 1/2 into the first number is going to add with the answer of the first. Second time 1/2, the answer will add it with the second number. So this way we can find the three numbers which comes between these two. Let's see the next sum. Here we have 5.2 and 5.3. Let's start. As I said, 1/2 into in bracket 5.2 plus 5.3. This way 1/2 multiplied by 10.5, it will become 10.5. Let's do the cancellations. Yes, 2 ones are 2, 2 5s are 10, 2 2s are 4, 2 5s are 10. So 5.25, it will be the first number we got. Now as I said, the first number 5.2 plus the answer what we got 5.25. We are written the next line 1/2 multiply 5 plus 5, it will become 10.45. Again do the cancellation with 2. 2 ones are 2, 2 5s are 10, 2 2s are 4, 2 2s are 4, 2 5s are 10. So it will 5.225. This way we are finding the second number. Once again, here 1/2 multiply with the answer what we got 5.25 plus our second 5.3. Yes, so it will become 1/2 into 5 plus 5, 10.25, and this is a 30, that will become 5. So do the cancellation. 2 ones are 2, 2 5s are 10, 2 2s are 4, 2 7s are 14, 2 5s are 10. So 5.275. This is the third number. This way we have finding 5.25, 5.225, 5.275. These three numbers come between this 5.2 to 5.3. So answer 5.25, 5.225 and 5.275 comes between 5.2 and 5.3. This way we can write our answer. I think you got it. Now on the basis of these sums what we did today, we have the homework. The question number first one, represent the number √10 on a number line. Today we solved √5. On the √5 we have to dip. Now at the place of √5 you have to show √10. Question number 2, write any three rational numbers between the two numbers given below. Here we have two sub questions, minus 2.3 and minus 2.33. Second one minus 4.5 and minus 4.6. This way we can do whatever we did earlier. Now this much you have to complete in your homework book and submit it in your group. For the next video, thank you.